Jay Leno owns a car worth $50 million that only 3 people on Earth have ever driven. He has a vehicle so rare that Hitler himself tried to steal it. And somewhere in his massive garage sits a car that was literally banned from ever being built again. Today, we're going inside the vault of the world's most secretive car collection. These aren't just cars, they're automotive unicorns that most people don't even know exist. Number 7 and number 1 will definitely blow your mind. Jay Leno's garage isn't just a collection, it's an automotive museum that makes the Louvre look like a pawn shop. With over 300 vehicles worth an estimated $350 million, Leno has assembled the rarest, most exclusive machines ever created. But today, we're not talking about his Ferraris or Lamborghinis. We're diving into the secret vault to uncover 15 cars so rare, so exclusive, that some of them are literally one of a kind. Let's start with number 15. The 1906 Cup Racer. This isn't just rare, it's prehistoric. One of only 2 ever built, this steam-powered rocket could hit 127 miles per hour in 1906, when most cars barely reached 30 miles per hour. While Henry Ford was still figuring out assembly lines, this beast was setting land speed records using nothing but water and fire. Leno's example is the sole survivor of the 2 built, making it literally irreplaceable. When Leno fires this up, it takes 20 minutes just to build enough steam pressure. But once it's ready, it sounds like a train and accelerates like a rocket ship from the future. Most people know the Mercedes 300 SL Gullwing, but Leno owns the one that started it all, the original factory prototype, chassis number 001. This car was hand-built by Mercedes engineers as a proof of concept. It's not just the first Gullwing, it's the car that convinced Mercedes to build the Gullwing at all. What makes this even more special? It's the only Gullwing that Mercedes never intended to sell. It was supposed to be destroyed after testing, but somehow survived and eventually made its way to Leno's collection. The Airflow was America's first aerodynamically designed car, developed in actual wind tunnels. But in 1934, it looked so alien that customers ran away screaming. This car was so ahead of its time that it nearly destroyed Chrysler's reputation. Chrysler built several prototypes during development, but this is the only one that survived. It represents one of the biggest commercial failures in automotive history, and ironically, one of the most innovative cars ever built. McLaren F1 chassis number 069. Yes, Leno owns what many consider the greatest supercar ever built. But this isn't just any F1. It's one of the most historically significant. This particular F1 was used by McLaren for extensive testing and development. It has more factory miles on it than almost any other F1, making it a crucial part of supercar history. With only 106 F1s ever built, each one is worth over $20 million today. But number 069's development history makes it essentially priceless. This car officially doesn't exist. This is the original factory prototype, built before Dodge decided on the final TA specifications. What makes this car impossible to replicate? It has unique bodywork, a one-off interior, and an engine combination that was never used in production. Chrysler built it, tested it, and then locked it away. Decades later, a Chrysler insider leaked its location, and Leno acquired it through a private sale. The 1963 Chrysler turbine car. This isn't just rare, it's revolutionary. Chrysler built only 55 of these jet-powered cars for a real-world consumer test program. For 2 years, ordinary families drove cars powered by actual jet engines. They could run on anything: gasoline, diesel, kerosene, even tequila. The future had arrived. But when the program ended, Chrysler was ordered to destroy every single car to avoid paying import duties on their Italian-built bodies. Most were crushed, but a few survived. Leno's example is one of only 9 remaining in the world, making it rarer than most Ferraris. A 1937 Cord 812 supercharged that represents the final gasp of American automotive artistry before World War II changed everything. This isn't just any Cord. It's the Auburn factory's personal prototype, built to showcase advanced features that wouldn't appear on mainstream cars for decades. Front-wheel drive, pop-up headlights, independent front suspension, and a supercharged V8. In 1937, this car was more advanced than most cars built 30 years later. When Auburn closed forever in 1937, this prototype disappeared into storage. It represents the end of an era when American cars were rolling sculptures. The original BMW Z8 concept car, the one that started the entire Z8 program. This isn't a production car with concept car styling. This is the actual concept car. When BMW unveiled this at auto shows, the reaction was so overwhelming that they fast-tracked it into production, almost unchanged. But there are differences. The concept has unique interior details, different wheels, and subtle body modifications that never made it to production. It's literally the most expensive BMW ever built. The 1955 Ford Mystique concept car. This is the vehicle I mentioned in the beginning. The car that was literally banned from being built. Ford built this as a radical vision of the future, featuring styling so advanced that it made their current lineup look prehistoric. But when Ford executives saw it, they panicked. The Mystique was so far ahead of Ford's production capabilities that building it would have required completely redesigning their entire manufacturing process. The cost would have been astronomical. Internal memos reveal that Henry Ford II personally ordered the project terminated and the car hidden from public view. It was too advanced, too expensive, and too revolutionary for 1955 America. For 40 years, it sat in Ford's secret storage facility. When the company finally sold it at auction, Leno was the only bidder who understood its true significance. A 1969 Dodge Daytona that never raced, never sold, and officially never existed. This is the original NASCAR prototype that Chrysler used to develop their winged warriors. While production Daytonas were built for the street to meet NASCAR homologation requirements, this prototype was pure racing development. Every panel was hand-formed, every component was one-off. The wing and nose cone on this car are different from production cars. They're more extreme, more effective, and completely illegal for street use. When Chrysler's racing program ended, this car was supposed to be destroyed. Instead, it was hidden in a warehouse for 30 years before Leno tracked it down. The 1938 Phantom Corsair. This isn't just rare, it's singular. Only one was ever built, making it literally irreplaceable. Designed by Rust Hines, heir to the ketchup fortune, this car was meant to be the future of automotive design. At 19 feet long with a body that looks like it came from outer space, nothing else has ever looked like it. 4 headlights, suicide doors, and seating for 6 people. In 1938, it cost more than most people's houses, but Hines died in a racing accident before production could begin. This car survived World War II, multiple owners, and decades of neglect. Today, it's the only example of what might have been the most revolutionary car of the 1930s. The McLaren F1 LM. If a regular F1 is rare, the LM is mythical. Only 6 were ever built, and 5 were road cars. The LM was McLaren's celebration of their 1995 Le Mans victory. The only time a road car manufacturer has won Le Mans with a barely modified street car. The LM is 60 horsepower more powerful, 60 pounds lighter, and has aerodynamics borrowed directly from the Le Mans car. It's not just faster than an F1, it's from a different planet. With only 5 road cars built, each F1 LM is worth over $50 million today. Leno's example is chassis number 018, making him part of the most exclusive automotive club on Earth. The 1954 Oldsmobile F88 concept car. This isn't just a show car, it's General Motors' secret weapon that they were too scared to build. While Chevrolet was developing the Corvette, Oldsmobile was secretly working on something far more advanced. The F88 had fiberglass bodywork, but unlike the Corvette, it had rocket ship styling and performance to match. Independent suspension all around, a supercharged V8, and styling that made the Corvette look conservative. This car could have changed American automotive history. But GM executives decided that two sports cars would cannibalize each other's sales. The F-88 was killed to protect the Corvette program. The prototype was supposed to be destroyed, but an engineer smuggled it out and hid it for decades, eventually ending up in Leno's garage. The original Lancia Stratos HF prototype, chassis 001. This isn't just the first Stratos, it's the car that invented the modern supercar formula. Designed by Marcello Gandini at Bertone, the same man who created the Lamborghini Countach. This car was built for one purpose: to dominate rally racing. It has bodywork details that never appeared on production cars, a unique interior, and testing modifications that tell the story of the Stratos development program. Lancia built this car in 1970, used it for development testing, and then lost track of it for decades. When it surfaced at auction, Leno outbid several European museums to bring it to America. This car proved that purpose-built race cars could be adapted for the street, creating a template that every modern supercar still follows. The crown jewel of Leno's collection, and possibly the rarest car in the world, the 1939 Bugatti Type 64, also known as the Lost Atlantic. This car has a story that reads like a World War II thriller. Originally built as a one-off prototype for Bugatti's most exclusive clientele, it disappeared when the Germans invaded France in 1940. When Nazi forces occupied the Bugatti factory, they were specifically looking for advanced automotive technology. This car, with its revolutionary aerodynamics and aluminum construction, was exactly what they wanted. But Bugatti employees had hidden the car before the invasion. For 5 years, it remained buried in a secret location while Europe burned around it. After the war, the car emerged from hiding, but its story was far from over. It passed through multiple private collections, each owner sworn to secrecy about its existence. What makes this Type 64 so special? It has bodywork that predicts automotive design by 20 years, an engine that produces more power per liter than modern cars, and construction techniques that weren't widely adopted until the 1960s. This car shares DNA with the legendary Bugatti Type 57 SC Atlantic, one of the most valuable cars ever sold. But while Atlantics are worth $40 million, this Type 64 is literally priceless because it's the only one. How did Leno acquire it? That story involves international intrigue, secret negotiations, and a price tag that has never been publicly disclosed. What we do know is that several European museums made offers, but Leno's passion for preserving automotive history won out. Today, Leno is one of only 3 people who has ever driven this car. And unlike most museum pieces, he actually drives it, keeping the spirit of Ettore Bugatti alive. This isn't just the rarest car in Leno's garage, it might be the rarest car in the world. Jay Leno's garage isn't just a collection, it's a living museum of automotive what-ifs and might-have-beens. These 15 cars represent roads not taken, futures that never arrived, and dreams that were too expensive to build. From steam-powered racers to jet-powered concepts, from Nazi treasure hunts to corporate cover-ups, each car tells a story that goes far beyond horsepower and top speed. But what makes Leno special isn't just what he owns, it's that he drives them. These aren't garage queens or museum pieces. They're living, breathing pieces of history that still serve their original purpose, to inspire and amaze. Which car surprised you the most? Did we miss any ultra-rare gems from Leno's collection? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the world's most exclusive car collections. Next week, we're exploring the secret underground garages of tech billionaires, collections so exclusive that some of these cars have never been photographed. You won't want to miss it. Until then, keep dreaming of the roads less traveled.